Welcome to Wait a Minute. I am your host, Jay Renee, and this is news. And most of it is going to be how being a pickMEsha will get you in jail or in the ground. Friends, meet Latoshia Daniels and Pastor Perry. They are out of Arkansas, and Latoshia Daniels was going to Pastor Perry's church when she requested that he give her counseling to help her second marriage, which was going down the drain. He agreed. They met. First counseling session, she spilled a lot of beans. The second counseling session is where testimony picks up. And her testimony is several hours, friends. So when I was clipping her testimony, it still ended up being a 10-minute video because she did so much to be chosen. Mind you, she went to him for counseling because her second marriage was in shambles. He was a married man and a pastor. And this is what went down. Check it out.
As I was talking and sharing, Brodus reached over and grabbed, I had a 2-arm chair, and he pulled me toward him and began to passionately kiss me. And from there, in that session, we did have sex for the first time.
Were you proud of that encounter?
In hindsight, no, but at that time, he was giving me everything that I had been missing for a long time.
Did you know that he was married?
I did.
After your counseling sessions, did you end up getting divorced?
I did end up getting divorced in December. He immediately told me to download a app for us to be able to communicate. Whenever you would send a message, and when you read that message, it would disappear. I was the one who had to pay my way as far as airfare or travel.
Air delivered, boom, boom.
His words he would then take care of the rest, meaning that I would have somewhere to stay. The very first one was to Vegas. He had invited me to go to Cuba with him that year, but right at the last minute changing it, saying that Tabitha wanted to go with him. So she went with him, and he was like, well, since you're not going to Cuba, go ahead and sign up to go to Israel for the church group trip. So I signed up to go to Israel and paid my way for that. He got into cigars. The more expensive the cigar, the better for him. Then it went from cigars to bourbon, and he had to have the best of the bourbons.
Did you buy him the best of the bourbons?
Yes, I did.
Did you buy him the best of cigars?
I did. He wanted this Toomey briefcase for work. I think it was like $400. I got him that. He needed more workout clothes, and so I purchased him like $400 worth of gear and Nike gear. He wanted to redo his closet and get some things organized, and I bought all the organization things to make sure that whatever he needed, I did it so that he could be good.
Wait a minute.
Paid 2 sets of dues. The first set of dues was at Dave's and Sons, and those weren't that much. And then the second one was at a club called 1836.
Were those expensive?
They were $125
a month.
Yes. We began cycling. He got upset with me because I did not purchase his bike. I was like, I can't afford your $2,500 bike and mine, and that did cause him to be upset.
Now keep this in mind. She ended up paying for that bike anyway. Keep listening.
Tell the jury what Brodus told you about ethical non-monogamy. What is it?
It is where individuals are able to have multiple relationships, but everyone in the relationship must consent.
Did Brodus tell you that he had talked to Tabitha about ethical non-monogamy?
He did.
Did he tell you that Tabitha had said she was comfortable with it, but he just hadn't told her about you yet?
He said that she had given him permission to be open on his side of the marriage.
Was he actually engaging in ethical non-monogamy?
No. I would cook for him, and so he would come to my office to eat lunch. If he didn't come to the office, I would drop it off for him. One time when he said, you need to go out and find someone, I said, well, what if I do? And he said, well, then we won't be together. So he knew that was going to get to me because I wanted to be with him.
You had to pay that money to the church for Brodus.
Yes.
So here it is. Brodus was caught misusing the church's credit card, and he had to pay back $2,500 to the church for misuse of funds. And this is where that bike comes in. The bike cost $2,500. Since she wouldn't buy it, he used the church credit card. And she ended up paying his debt to the church.
How much was that?
The debt was $2,500, but I ended up getting him $2,300, and he got very upset with me about it.
Why did he get upset with you about it?
Because he wanted me to do the full price.
Brodus ended up being offered a pastoral job at a mega church in Memphis, 3 hours away from them, and this is what happened.
He sent me his resume, told me to change it to performance-based, and I did that, and he went to the interview.
Did he eventually, to your knowledge, accept that position at Mississippi Boulevard?
Yes. I planned a going-away party. Actually, he had two. He had one at the Cigar Lounge and then one for the church.
Who planned the party at the Cigar Lounge?
I did.
Who planned the party at the church?
I did.
Who paid for the majority of the gifts?
I did. And then he gave me a backstory on how to be able to elicit money from the other members of the church so that he could have a certain amount of money for when he left.
So Brodus moved away. He was traveling to and from his old town to Memphis, and they had an encounter in a hotel room that really upset her.
After that, we had sex, and it was just rough, and it was hard, and it was just not what I was used to. He rolled over and just gave me the cold shoulder, and I was like, "You're not gonna hold me?" And he was like, "No." I had rearranged everything, thinking that he was gonna end up we would see each other earlier that day, but I didn't. And so that night, when I still didn't hear from him, I decided to head to the room. I had made the decision that I was gonna kill myself in front of him because I just wanted him to feel the pain that he was causing me. I had sent a regular good morning text. I didn't hear anything from him that morning. And then later in the afternoon, I seen where he had responded. And so I opened it up. And it said, "I think our time is up." So he had broke up with me via disappearing text.
Why did you go purchase a gun?
Because I didn't have my other one.
What was the purpose of the gun?
I wanted to end my life.
What happened while you were driving to Johnson Park?
As I was driving, I saw the Memphis exit. And so then I was like, "Go talk to him, Tasha. Just go let him see you. Go see why." And that's what I did.
Did you come within his sight?
Yes.
Did he acknowledge you?
Yes.
At that point in time, did y'all engage in a conversation?
Yes.
What did y'all figure out?
I told him, "Well, we still haven't told Tab. You've always said something about telling Tab, so we haven't told Tabitha." He said, "Okay, we'll tell Tabitha." He told me to go to the apartment and just talk to her about tennis until he got there, and that once he was there, we would tell her.
Oh, did I forget to mention she was playing tennis and going to lunch with his wife?
Found my way to their apartment, and so I knocked again, and that's when she was like, "Tasha, is that you?" She embraced me and said hello and welcomed me in.
Can you describe his demeanor when he saw you?
When he came in, he didn't look surprised or anything, which is what I thought he would do since he knew I was going to be there.
They pour bourbon and have small talk for almost 2 hours, and she keeps looking at him to start the conversation.
I'm thinking, okay, well, this is about to get into this conversation, but he never would give me eye contact.
At some point, you lost hope,
Yes,
and you said you were going to leave.
yes. And I just didn't want to keep sitting there feeling, at that point, stupid.
What happened after you said you were going to leave?
Tabitha got up, he got up, and she began to walk toward the door. I asked him, would he walk me out? He said no. And I said, "Why not, sir? That's Southern hospitality for you to walk a woman outside when it's dark." Because I wanted to just get him to see like what happened. Why didn't you follow through?
All right, so as this is coming to a head, remember she drove to the store, she got a weapon and ammunition, and then she began to drive to the park where she was going to end her own life before she got the bright idea to go let him see her one more again. Maybe she will be picked this time. So she still has the weapon and the ammunition in her coat pocket.
And as I reached into my pockets to get my keys, I remember being outside the door, and then the next thing I was standing in their kitchen.
Do you deny that you shot Rosemary?
I do not.
Do you deny that you shot Tabitha?
I don't.
The wife did testify that the defendant told her to move out the way before she started firing at Brodus, but she still mistakenly shot the wife in the shoulder.
I know it wasn't intentional.
Did you mean to shoot Tabitha?
No, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
Brodus told you that he wouldn't walk you outside. He said, "Tab will do it." How did that make you feel?
Rejected. Unworthy. stupid. I'm so stupid.
All right, we are going to go ahead and end this right here. At no point did Latasha say, now, wait a minute. She never questioned what she was doing to be attached to this man, to be wanted, to be picked by this man. And this is what happens when you don't know yourself, when you don't love yourself. You end up in the middle of emotional warfare and unable to get out unscathed. She was convicted of second-degree murder. The jury did not convict her of attempted murder for the wife's shooting. Latasha is going to be sentenced very soon. Y'all be safe out there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.